Boutiques, and I wanted to come on and do a project share. Ever since I started watching Michele Scott and Yvonne White, and also being on the Junk Journal Junkies page, I also am a huge fan of Jenny Miller and the Girl on the Ridge. They're all very inspiring junk journal artists, and also Chrissy Crosser is a big one that I really like too. But I really liked these micro junk journals that they were creating. I definitely like the bigger ones too, but I am a lover of all things miniature. I love miniatures. So what I did was I wanted to create a little miniature micro junk journal, and of course it turned out super fat. So I also really liked the idea of creating a bag to put it in. So I went ahead and made this canvas bag with a little flap, and I just tied it shut with some crochet trim. And so you can kind of see the bag. I really am a huge fan of what's it called? Come on, Sierra. Fabric collages, and also of crazy quilting. So I kind of try to take both those ideas and mash them together to create the bag. So it's kind of almost like a crazy quilt slash fabric collage looking bag. And I'll take the tie off. So the little sack, I just used some trim and stitched it up here, and it was already gathered. All this stuff is like either coffee stained or cream color, and I used a background lace with some embroidery on it. Then I used a bunch of different crochet trims and cut them into pieces, and also some tatting. And even there's a doily back there and some more tatting that was cut up. These are all either crochet trims or vintage trims or coffee dye lace. I really like, I have this tatting that had a lot of staining on it, so I was able to cut it up and not feel super bad about it, and I really liked how it turned out when I put it in there and over here. And then the back, you can see more of the lace that I used. It's really beautiful. It's like this tea stained netting with this gorgeous brown embroidery on it. I found it on a dress that I found in the thrift shop that was super small, so obviously it would never fit me, but it was beautiful fabric. So I went ahead and picked it up and I put it on, and I threw a piece on. The armhole was right here, so I wanted to just add some more fabric and lace collaging right here. So I just put another piece of lace and then layered it with a piece of crochet trim, and then another piece of lace, and I just really love how that turns out when you do the fabric collaging, and it almost looks like the crazy quilt too. And then the front again, they left the inside empty, and so in here is the little junk journal that I created. As you can see, it has the spine, and it's pretty loaded and fat. There's the back of it, and I just used another piece of the crochet lace to tie around it, and did a little bow in the front. It's really cute. And so it just poof, opens up when you open it, because it's just so loaded with stuff. And anyways, so this is the front cover, and I just did kind of a collage of some paper and some fussy cut flowers, and there's some fibers in here, and crochet trim, another lace that I kind of gathered on the side and put some even Venice pieces on there that were dyed with tea. So I hope you can see that. And anyways, so if you open it up, this is the first page, and I have some tickets in here, and again, I just kind of embellished the pocket that I made, and all this stuff is just shoved in the pocket. I mean, if you were to use this for journaling, there is definitely space on the back of these cards that I put in here, and the little pieces, it's like printable on front, and then I left a back for you to journal on if you did decide to journal in here. I thought it'd be sweet, like just to write down little memories or something, you know, and keep little secrets and stuff in these kind of little journals. I thought it'd be a cute idea. And then, so that's the page, and there's only one signature. And so, or that's the cover. And then this is the first page, and there is a little Tim Holtz paper clip holding on a little handmade fake, you know, one of those little folded envelopes. And then this is just a tag, or it's a ticket right here that I made kind of look like a tag because I put some lace on top. And then that's the page design. This is a Tsunami Rose printable. It's really pretty. It's like a peachy pink color, and I really thought it turned out cute with the tea stained, our vintage photo stained, because I did the distressing with the vintage photo ink from Tim Holtz all throughout this whole book. And I swear, you ladies, like, oh, that's art in its own, you know, learning how to do the distressing. It was really, I kind of screwed up a few times when I first started playing with it. It's definitely something you gotta learn to do. It's not an easy thing to learn, for sure. And so this is just another piece of the printable, and it says, "This above all the things own self be trust." Or, I'm sorry, I cannot read. It says, "This above all to thine own self be trust." Or be true. I'm so sorry. Be true. And then it has a little Paris symbol. Everybody loves Paris, and all the Paris graphics and stuff are so fun. So that's just a little folded up envelope that I made. And excuse my fingers, they're all tea stained. Michele Scott got me so, I just love dyeing paper now. I'm addicted. I love all the different things you can do with it. And so this is another page, and I did like a little belly band. And let's see if I can get this stuff out. And I made just a little ticket with some graph paper. And then there's another little printed out thing that I put in there. And this says, "Flowers grow out of dark moments." I love that. That's so cute. What a cute saying. And that's tucked in there. And then there's just a little fabric and lace collage in here with a bunch of fibers. Then I got another little Tim Holtz paper clip. And there's, again, some of the folded up envelopes. And all of these can be unfolded and you can write into them. I mean, they're not huge pieces of paper, but they're fun to write on. And just tuck back in there. Again, I thought this would be a sweet little, you know, trinket kind of gift to give someone where they can keep all their little secrets in, or they can even like, let's say you have a baby and you are writing like, oh, she ate this for the first time this day, or she walked for the first time this day, and I thought you could write those little things in these, you know, on these pages or in the little notes, and then, you know, your child would have this when they grew up, and then they'd have all these little, you know, handmade gifts. I just thought it was a cute idea. Or like memories of a lost loved one. You could write little memories and stuff in here, put like pictures. But anyways, that was my thought in making them. I thought they were a cute idea. So this is in the next page, and it just has a ticket and a little tag that I made with some of the, what's that called? Tatting. That was all like falling apart and stained up that I got off a lot on eBay. And then this is another page, and it's just one of those graph note cards, and I made some tags and even a little tiny, this little tiny thing I tried to kind of duplicate what the tickets look like, folded up. Isn't that so cute? I love making little tiny things. They're so fun. I mean, this journal probably took the same amount of time that it would have took to make like a big one, but it was fun, so oh well. Then I have a little bit of lace fabric up top on the top of the page. And then on the next page, I have a piece of that lace fabric that I used on the bag, and you can it kind of just, you know, covers the page, but you can flip it up and you could write something under here. And this is just another little piece of paper that has some printable lines on one side, and then it's a little kind of like booklet where you can write something in if you like. And then this page is actually a pull out, and it's a tag, and I distressed the edges of it, as you can see. And I also, behind it, I made a pocket. Sorry, I don't want my big fingers getting in the way. I made a pocket where there's a couple little tags in here as well, and a little envelope you can pull out. Okay, and then the next page is another piece of the printable that comes in the Tsunami Rose kit, and this is just a little envelope I made out of a little piece of receipt paper that was coffee dyed. And then this is a little tag that I created out of some brown cardstock. And then this page is half of a little coin envelope, and I put a little piece of crochet lace on here as a little, you know, like tab or whatever. And then there's another little tag that I tucked in here with the paper clip. And then on the back is one of those with the ledger paper. I made a little envelope, and I put a little ticket in here. Sorry about that. And then here's a piece of ledger paper with some crochet trim on it. And then the next page has some lace on it, and I made it into a pocket so you can pull out this cute little ephemera. It says "My Life Today," and you could even write on the back of it if you wanted to. And then there's also another little tag in here that's distressed, and then you have the lace pocket. And then on this page I just have the really cute trim in fibers going down the side, so you can see, isn't that cute? And then the coffee dyed and distressed piece of note card. Okay, so that's that. And then here's another page where I made the flower a little tuck spot, and there's just this little piece of note card that I made into a tag. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. And there's also just little graph paper that I made into a tag. Okay. And then I did another little, on the top I did a little piece of lace for a tab. Here's another piece of the printable. And then this I did one of those little flip ups, which are super cute, and it's also a pocket with a little rose in here, and it also has a little tag in here, super cute. Okay, and then this is another page, and this is a printable, and I glue on like a pocket, and you can pull the tags out and stuff that I have in here. And there's another ticket in here as well. So all that good fun stuff. And then this I kind of ripped up and distressed to make a little side pocket, and I got tags in here and just little pieces of paper and little pieces, you know, folded up like envelopes. Super cute. That. And then this is another one of the printables where I distressed the edges. I used this tag to make a pocket, and this is the very middle of the journal, and I got a little bow. I did the stitching one. I don't know what the binding is called, but that's the binding I did. And there's this little tag and a little, you know, piece of ephemera. And I made some more little tickets. Distress them. And then on the other side is just a flower and then a tuck behind it with some tickets, some more tickets that I made like this, and oops, and another piece of I think this is a guest check, and this is another piece, the other side of the printable. And I turned them into pages, but they were actually, I think, meant for tags and for cards that go in the envelopes in the set. But since I made it small, it's not what I used it for. This is another flip up right here. It's cute. And this little flower is also another tuck where I put some little tickets in there. And there's another little right in here is another little tuck, and I got the tag and another thing. And then up top I got another little tab. I think, oh yeah, that's one page. And then on this page again, it's a pocket, and you can just stuff whatever in there. I just put some little tags in there. I love this paper. And then again on this side I got little tags that I made and some little flower printable that I fussy cut. And then on this page I got this little girl that I shrunk down. She's so stinking cute, and I put a little tab on the side with the beautiful lace. And up top is another Tim Holtz clip holding the girl in the book. And then on this side of the paper that I distressed and dyed, there's the flowers and its little tuck spot. So I have just some little pieces of paper and tickets tucked in there. And then on this side, I made a little, you know, kind of belly band tuck with some little tags and tickets that I created. And yeah, there's that. And then the next page is just something that you could journal on if you like. And I put a piece of lace on there as a little tab. And then there's a ledger paper. I put the rose on there for a tuck spot and tucked some tags and ephemera in it. And then on the back of the ledger paper, I put a crochet piece as a little tab. And then this is the other side of the coin envelope. So you could, oops, keep stuff in here, which I think I just put something, a little piece of paper or ticket, it looks like, in here that says celebrate every day. I stuck in a little tit in there, and then I had this paper clip on here. Okay, with the ticket. And then on the other side I got another belly band where you could stick some more ephemera in there. This thing's already loaded up, or the little tags that I made. And then this is another piece of the beautiful printables. And I did all the printables on cardstock, which turned out super soft and nice. And then there's another piece of lace down the edge of the page. And this is another one of the printables. It's like a, almost like a postcard or something. And I folded it over the page. And I put a little tab on it, and there's graph paper under it, so you could write something under the printable. And there's a little rose and some little tickets on there. And then this page, I just put some lace on the edge, some crochet lace. You can see that's the other side of it. And this tuck spot is actually on the top of the page in the corner. And I just stuck those up there and tucked those in the graph paper that I had tea-dyed and then distressed the edges. And then in the very last page, I have the flower, so I can tuck these little tickets in here that you can write on the back on, or just write on the page. And then again, the back side of the printable. And then this is the very back of the journal. And I put one of the bingo ephemera printables on the back page, and then I put a piece of lace, and then I just put a little envelope that I had made and a little ticket, that I had made. And so, and then this is the very back, and then here is the spine, and here's the front again, and then the inside is crazy. So I really just wanted to share that. I hope you guys like it. I hope to make a few more of these. They were really fun. It did take a while to create everything that went in it, but it was so much fun. And I also really loved making the pocket. I'll give you another look at the pocket really quick. I really love fabric collaging and like crazy quilting almost, it looks like to me. So it's so much fun making these pouches. I love making these pouches. So whenever I make any sort of like fabric book or anything, I love to make a pouch to go with it. So anyways, this is my project share, and I hope you guys like it. I don't know if I will sell these or not. I guess it depends on how many I make. But yeah, let me know if you're ever interested in something like that, because I definitely would love to make one for someone if they are interested, because they are lots of fun to make. So you guys have a wonderful day. And also, just so you know, in my Etsy store right now, which I will link below, I do have a junk journal kit out. It's definitely a bigger junk journal than this little guy, and it is $50, but there is a discount coupon for 20% off, Michelle 20 or 20 Abby, which again I will link down below, and you can get it for only $40 till the end of this week. So that's super cool. And I just changed the shipping because it's hard to know how much it's going to be to ship international until you have the person's address. But if there is any shipping overages, I definitely will return them and refund them back to you. But within the United States, I did have the shipping set as priority mail, but I went ahead and changed that to first class. So hopefully it's a little bit less expensive. I definitely want you guys to be able to purchase this kit. It's so fun to make. I'm definitely going to most likely keep one of the kits for myself because I just had so much fun creating the kit, and I want to make my own journal with one of them. And if they do all sell out, then I have extra pieces that I can still make one for myself. But thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I'm hopefully going to do a video showing the whole kit soon on my channel. I just have a sucky camera system right now. I'm having to use the laptop with the built-in camera, so it kind of really isn't fun to film. But hopefully I can get a better webcam soon so I can do some more better videos. So anyways, I'll stop gabbing, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for coming by and watching my video, and hope to see you all again soon. Bye!